Of course, and here is the VR. VR in pyramids, whole pyramid, 3D glasses for Inter VR. Here is the literature of Terra, and behind it the pyramid is falling. The important thing is that you can see something called Inter VR if you have the glasses, ones we call 3D glasses. The student can see it like this, and they start to experience it as if they are on a trip. You have the glasses that are, yes. A student sees this, he starts looking at this scene. It's a trip to the pyramids, and they can enjoy it and see something that is honestly amazing and beautiful. This is the advantage of it, folks. The advantage is that this site doesn't just show you static images like the simulations and the previous things. No, it gives you the ability to research. I gave you the ability to research. You can search for all the landmarks around the world, including waterfalls and everything you can find in the area. The ability to search so you can benefit from these interactive elements according to your needs. All right, let's start with the important things. You've included all these materials, videos, links, 3D content, simulations, slides, presenting to students. But what comes next? I want to create exercises or tests to check understanding. I can give them a test in a game-like format. We have tests and games. I can place tests after slides to check understanding. This checks if you want to create a test or ask about the material. I can ask what to name the test. For example, a pre-test, mid-test, or regular test. Let's see how the student is doing. If he does a test for him like this in the form of a game, like this, a game image here, tests and games or short tests and games. And here I can put the slide and arrange it after a number, meaning I put a test or an exercise and put it after a certain number of slides so that I ask about knowledge here. You have it good and you want to ask, come on, let's see this. The good is this. This is a question. See this. If I want to create a test or an exercise or ask a question about the material, here, what do we have? It's beautiful, beautiful. I can set it up. I'll put the question here, and here, folks, I can ask you what you want to name this test. For example, I could call it a pre-test or a mid-test, or just a regular test. I can name it a mid-test, meaning it's in the middle. Let's see how the student is doing. All right, and here, keep in mind that you have options. If you click on these points, here, it will give you several options. You can have just one question in the test, but for now, just one question. Here, it gives you a timer for the question, meaning each question has a specific duration. Unlike Blackboard, which gives you the time for the entire test, here I set the time for just the question. You can even present the question in the form of a video, and the student can watch the video. Or you can include an audio clip, for example, for language learners. You can provide them with an audio clip and a set of answers for the student to choose from. Or I ask him directly, I say to him. For example, one of the following is one of the components of the physical computer. The question you're asking, adjust it. Change colors, adjust as you like. It's up to you. Mainly, ask a question or add a video. Add video, audio, and provide answers. I asked, now add answers, which is a physical computer component, e.g. Windows. Incorrect answers are excluded. Scroll, mark RAM as correct. Clear? Add another, like Word. Yes, I can ask a question or I could add a video. For example, I could put a video and add answers to it, or I could include audio and provide answers. So I asked a question and started to add the answers. One of the following is a physical component of the computer, for example, Windows. But if I have an incorrect answer, I won't include it. So I scroll down a bit, and here, for example, RAM is the correct answer. So I mark it as correct. All right, so what do you think? I could potentially add another possible answer, like the application called Microsoft Word. For example, like this, in this way, I created a question. This question needs a time limit, so I set a time for it. This question should be timed for the student in minutes and seconds. I can set it for 15 seconds or make it 30 seconds, which is half a minute. So now this question has a time limit. What else, Dr. Sami? Here I can add another question, which is add question. So now it's time for question number 2, and I start to put question number 2. I can say, for example, which of the following is a software component of the computer, and I can start to provide an answer. For example, printing. I'm going to give him a few options. I'll say, for example, the incoming one only. And for example, this is the correct answer. Of course, you can set a time for it. You can set questions, and of course, you can set a time limit for this question. As you can see here, you said half a minute. Since you said half a minute like that, no, I can change it. Okay, and change the time. And I can change the time however I want. Instead of half a minute, I can make it 15 seconds. And I can say that for each question, I set its time normally, no problem. If I want to add a video, for example, I can add another question here. You can add several things. If you want to add an image and ask about it, that's fine. If you want to add audio and record it yourself and ask about it, that's fine too. If you want to add a video, that's fine. If you want to add a website for them to browse and then ask about it, that's fine. You can also add audio, like recording your voice or uploading an audio file. Or for example, if I want to add a video, I can also get the video from YouTube or other sources, and I can also add a video about the components of the computer. Here, I really like this video. The computer. Here, I really truly like this video. I absolutely put it, and I start to put my questions on it. So what do we have here? It's a video for the student to watch. And I start to watch the video and answer what? The second question. What should I start? Please take a moment to carefully consider and respond to the question. Specifically, focus on the third question in the sequence. What is the largest unit of measurement in computing? For example, right here, terabyte, megabyte, like Ozaid, X, Iota, and Zeta, etc. I marked it, right? You can add many questions, but what did you do with your time? Did you make a quiz? Yes, I can put it there. I have a lot of information, so I can, for example, put it after slide 20. I can drag this quiz, and this is the beauty, folks, that you can drag it easily and start putting it after slide 20. And you can add a lot of questions, but what about your time? What did you do with your time? Did you make a quiz? A quiz with 3 questions. I have information to place after slide 20. I can drag this quiz easily after slide 20. The student will see it, but I will place it higher. I will put it higher after slide 20. The student will see the material. And after 20 slides, I will ask if they understand. Don't worry, Dr. Sami, grades will be fine. I will teach you to add students and show you how to add time and test. The student will be tested after slide 10. The student will start to see the changes gradually and clearly, but since we have ample time to make necessary adjustments and improvements, I will place it a bit higher. In the sequence of slides, I will put it a bit higher. For example, after slide number 20, to ensure clarity, understanding, and better comprehension of the material, so the student will see their educational material and the explanation, and then after 20 slides, I will say, come on, let me ask you to see if you understand or not. As for the grades, don't worry, Dr. Sami. I will teach you how to add students, and when you add them, I will show you how to add the time and test everything. So the student will be tested to see how they do, and we will place it after slide number 10. And everything. Slide 34. Why, let's not add more Just keep them to 10 slides, nothing more. Here it is. I'll teach you how to add students and how the students will be tested. And you are inside the virtual classroom and how you control the students and what appears to them and what doesn't appear to them. Everything. I'll show you everything, but time is not on our side. But God willing, I hope we have enough time. All right. This part is clear, folks. It's like making a simple quiz. It's clear. Press 1. I just hope we have enough time. Dr. Edo and also Dr. Mohammed, excellent.